All right, here we go again. A lot of you guys have been asking where this thing's been for the last wee while. So I thought I'd give you guys a bit of an update, what's going on. The main reason it came to work was for another exciting job that's about to start, which we'll get into next week. I just wanted to clear out a GDR and a whole bunch of stuff before we brought in another car to disassemble. So really looking forward to that one, but we'll let you know about what's going on once we get into that one. So I have decided to kind of get this in final form now. Obviously when we first got the car, or the ute, it had a fresh motor in it, but it was kind of just slapped back together when we first got it. Got it running for the event, for Muscle Car Madness. Managed to get a couple of laps around the ring, which was the goal. Only having the ute for 3 days. There was heaps of things wrong with it, like injectors and stuff were all back to front when we got it. Didn't figure it out for only the short period of time that we had. And then we got it going for Mad Mike. We did Airburn. Did a couple events with it, but it wasn't finished. It still obviously had the tray open in the back, which we started slowly closing in, and then we did a new turbo setup on it, we did a new fuel setup on it, we did an oil cooler setup on it because it only had a little oil cooler on it, it was overheating all the time. So there's heaps of little things we were just nursing, I guess, for the first phase. And then, so we parked it up after Old School Cool. Didn't really have any room for it at our house at the time. Didn't have any room for it here, so it sat in a container for 5 months. Poor wee girl came back and it had gone a little bit spotty in a few places and a bit of mould, so felt like I'd hurt a child, to be honest. So it's been sitting, we moved house at the end of last year, so it's had a garage spot again, so it's been cool. So I've been slowly gathering up parts to build it again. Obviously these things, even for us, still cost a lot of money. And I don't know if you know, the old fabricator doesn't make heaps of money to build these kind of cars. So yeah, I've been slowly building things up. We've got some amazing partners come on board for the next bit, which we'll get into in the next video. I just wanted to show you the plans, show you the truck at the moment. It's filthy, it's been sitting outside for last week. But we've got the motor in, we've got the new gearbox in, run into a few issues along the way, which we've come up with solutions for. So it's still the original motor, just rebuilt. It's with Mark Haynes to get porting done, elbows done, the machining on the rear plate, because we are now running at 8 HP on this thing. So had to go to elbow, had to machine up the rear plate and the adapter plate to suit the auto FD starter motor. What a mission that was to find that. If someone makes these adapters, you'd think you'd make it with a readily available starter motor, but no, that wasn't the case. So yeah, so that's been all machined up. Got to send the rotating assembly to get balanced. And then it's got to go to Green Brothers. They're going to do the grooving around the housings, around the spark plug holes, and machine around the spark plug holes themselves, so you don't have to use a special socket. And then that motor can go back together. So at the moment we've got the dummy motor in there with the actual trans and the adapter plate, just so we can mount everything. So obviously the trans is a lot bigger than what the FC trans was that was originally in it. So we had to get the grinder out and do some chopping, unfortunately. Yeah, all the purists probably fucking getting upset at that, but I guess the whole truck has been modified so much anyway. It's passed a stock REPU as well. It's obviously been body dropped, C-notched, all adjustable arms, coilovers all around, disc brake conversion. Like, she's had a lot of work done on it previously before we got it. The old owner had done a mean job as well. Like, everything's done real well. So it's quite cool now for us to get to finish it off as well. So we have had to chop out the firewall a little bit and the tunnel, which I'll show you in a second, and move everything right back. So we can't run it as far forward as it was originally because the adapter plate and the gearbox are so big, and to have either a steering rack or still keeping the steering box, I had to move the motor back so that the steering linkage would clear the adapter plate. So I've had to drop everything right down. I want to retain the bench seat. I think that's a must with this truck. It has to have the bench seat stay in there and stay slammed. So I've had to come up with a few sacrifices along the way, I guess you could say. So yeah, motor's been moved back, moved down. I have just purchased a dry sump setup for it. Gareth and the boys at PPRE have really helped us out there. We looked at another kit that's made locally, but it was just way out of our price range. And it was just a kit that you bolt together and you don't get to figure it out yourself, where this kit that we get from PPRE, it's an external pump. We get to mount the tank in the back, make all the lines, like work everything out, how everything should run ourselves, which is quite cool. I haven't done a dry sump setup in that way. We've got the other kit in Richard's 13B RX7, but it'd be quite cool to do the external one and then figure out the sump pan and everything ourselves, I reckon. So I'm up for a challenge. It's yeah, this kind of industry, you need to keep challenging yourself to keep progressing, so you're always interested in what you're doing. Otherwise you just get so yeah, I guess you've got to be creative doing what we're doing, otherwise you lose that drive. So moving motor back, motor down, so it's getting dry sumped. So I've started making the brace to brace the motor in. I'm just waiting for the billet bracket to bolt to the gearbox, and then I can make the cross member off the gearbox. But yeah, unfortunately moving the motor down and back, I have to remake the manifold, all the intercooler piping. We're going to do a new fuel setup. So we did make a tank, but everything else in between wasn't really up to scratch. So we'll get Jimmy on the hard lines. Jimmy's a master of doing hard lines now, so he can do all the hard lines up to the front. We'll probably try to do most of the dry sump lines in a hard line as well, if we can get a bender and stuff that size. But yeah, really looking forward to it. I've got a lot of support externally from some amazing companies, which I'll share with you in the next video. Once we get everything mounted in there, we can start going about the next stage. But I just wanted to kind of let you know where we are at the moment and what the dream and the plan is for it. But I'm fizzing, so yeah. 13B, secondary bridgey turbs. So I still want it to be responsive. Obviously could have gone full bridgey, but obviously being such a small truck, it already skids up quite hard. So I kind of wanted it to kind of be a little bit more responsive, so I can have, I don't know, a little more feel on the throttle, if you know what I mean, instead of it all coming on once and then wanting to skate down the road. It was quite cool before, where you could get on it anywhere, but it was still super responsive. So I think we'll keep the porting pretty similar to what it already had. We've got a new intake coming for it. We're on E-throttle this time. But yeah, 590 horse is the goal. It's only 50 horsepower more than what I had before, or it was 450 beforehand. So 500, but 8 HP, benchy and pedal shift. That's the dream. So no floor shifter anymore either. So everything's done off the pedals. But yeah, I'm fizzing. It's going to be a lot of work. The goal is to have it at Muscle Car Madness the start of next year, which seems like a long way away, but it's actually not. Obviously this is all going to be built after hours and in weekends, so hopefully I can rope the boys into some OT. But yeah, I'll try video as much as I can of this build and show you along the steps. Obviously trying to film and work. Filming actually takes a lot of time to set everything up and film right. I might do some time lapses and see what I can come up with. But yeah, on the next one, I'll show you a bit more with the motor and stuff in there, the parts and the suppliers that have come on board. There's been quite a few. I'm truly humbled by the external help to build this car and people's trust and faith in me building something epic, I guess. So yeah, I'm fizzing out. This thing's going to be so cool once it's all done, so then I can enjoy it and don't have to worry about finishing it off. So yeah, stay tuned to the next one, and yeah, we're going to do a shop tour as well. We've got some cool shit going on here at the moment, some pretty epic cars. But at the moment, I just wanted to give you an update on the ute. So yeah, stay tuned. See you next time.